Hello! I am so happy to be here to share my research, even just through a screen. Pandemic has changed so much about life for a lot of people, and we all handled it differently, like in the goals we made for ourselves. Maybe yours was to start an herb garden or learn how to knit. If you were a student, your goals might have been about studying more or passing your classes. Regardless, our goals and the standard by which we measure them is related to our behavior, and this research project sought to investigate how academic goals might affect academic behavior as the university moved classes online in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. According to one popular theory, an important aspect to goal achievement is how we measure our competence. In other words, it's the yardstick with which we measure if we have succeeded or failed at our goal. This can be based on the demands of the task itself. You've achieved your goal when you have successfully accomplished the task. Or for the competitive ones out there, your comparison could be to other people, and if you are better at the task than other people. And there are also self-based standards, in which you measure your success based on your own previous performance. Based on an individual's goal type, we would expect different behaviors when it comes to academics, and we wanted to see if certain goal types would predict if and how students might have changed their academic behavior before and after the switch to online. For example, people who measure their success based on comparison to others might find themselves feeling unmotivated at having to work alone, but other goal types might be an advantage. For example, people who reach their goals based on successful task completion might work just as hard regardless of the situation, as long as the task stays the same. This is exactly what our results so far have found. Compared to other goal types, task-oriented students were more likely to report putting in the same amount of effort into their classes before and after the switch to online, whereas those who were comparison to others oriented were less likely to report continuing their efforts. The self-oriented students even reported putting in more effort after the switch. What this tells us is that task and self-oriented students' motivation appears to have been more resilient to the academic changes brought on by the pandemic. Ultimately, the way in which we define and measure our goals affects our behavior across contexts, and studying this relationship can give us insight to areas we might be able to help people where they are struggling. This might look like structuring classes in a way that incentivizes those advantageous goal types, or exploring additional ways goals might be impacting students' behavior. So, whether you still want to finish that herb garden or you just want to make it through the semester intact, I hope you reach your goal. Thank you.